The King of Greed has taken another L. This thing was way too funny not to make a video about. DSP just got felted big style by the trolls? Question mark? I'm not exactly sure. But he is felted, and that's all I wanted. And so, what we're talking about today is the Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2, the greatest console that will ever come out. Phil loves the Switch so much that he wanted to buy 2 Switches. One for him and one for backup, which is kind of scummy and kind of stupid, but it's DSP. It's the same guy that bought like 5 capture cards at once, just so he can have backup capture cards. This is Dark Side Phil. Just let him spend money and he will always be satisfied. So what happens this time is this boy, he goes on Walmart and he orders the Switch 2, right? And he orders 2 Switches. A bunch of stupid filler stuff happens here. He can't place an order because it's Dark Side Phil, and blah, blah, blah. So eventually he manages to place an order, and this happens.
It just loads endlessly, and then it says, error, can't complete the order. Well, just ignore me in the corner looking like...
So he shows his Outlook, he shows his email, and we can see the actual email for the order confirmation, right? That it's... so he's showing everybody. He's flexing it. Look at this, guys. I'm getting a Switch. Matter of fact, I'm getting 2.
So here it is from Walmart.com, delivery.
And at some point here,
my address, there it is, the Switch 2.
Something very interesting happens.
Total, blah, blah, blah. I got it. 100% confirmed. Yeah, I'll self-dox like you guys don't know my address. It was doxed in 2014, the week that I moved here. You guys already know my address.
Yeah, this is not the important part. And I don't know if it's in this clip.
Information, everything, but that's it, right?
Oh, credit card information. That's an interesting nugget of truth, if you want to call it. Credit card information? Is this guy allowed to have credit cards? I think he might be. So he's on one with the credit cards. So what happens next is accidentally he shows his order number, which is very, very toxic because something crazy is going to happen. So what happens, allegedly, supposedly, I guess, or at least logically, is once somebody sees his order number, they're like, you know what, that's my order number now, and I think I don't want the Switch. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna cancel the order right now. So somebody allegedly calls or contacts Walmart customer support and shuts down the order. They just cancel it. And this guy, he went from flexing and smiling to crying and sobbing and coping. And this is the cope. Let's enjoy this cope.
8:55 p.m., I attempted to get the Switch 2. I was going between multiple different websites, including Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and more.
By the way, you remember how much this guy was virtue signaling about not going to Walmart? Because Walmart was like an exploitative company and only like broke boys shop at Walmart. Well, I guess that was wrong.
Couldn't get it from anywhere but Walmart. Added 2 to cart. Actually checked out both the Mario Kart bundle and this regular Switch 2. Regular Switch 2 was coming June 5th on release day. The other one is coming June 8th. Great. Checked out, paid, good to go. Finishing up my work. Turned the stream off. Okay, I'm going to film the daily wrap. As I'm filming this daily wrap, I announce, hey, I got 2 Switch 2s. What a great day. Everything's amazing.
Oh my God, he was flexing in an unseen daily wrap that no one will ever see. He was flexing. He was on top of the moon.
And then I check my email where it proceeds to tell.
Oh, I fucked something up. This always happens. What a nightmare.
Checked out, paid, good day. Everything's amazing. And then I check my email where it proceeds to tell me that both orders have been canceled.
And he gives you this face. I love this face. This is the complete felted DSP face. This is the face of misery. If there were like perfume that made you smell like failure, it would have this guy advertising it on TV.
Does it say that it's because of an error on Walmart? No, it says I canceled the orders.
Huh?
So I'm
Phil, why would you do that? I thought you really wanted a Switch.
talking with
Why would you cancel your order?
Walmart right now about someone basically.
Huh? Impossible.
Someone socially engineered my account on Walmart.com.
And now it's like it's a straight up conspiracy theory. Someone socially engineered his whole account. Because I think I haven't done this, and I don't like talking to customer support in general. But I would assume it's entirely possible for you to call the customer support and be like, "Hey, my name is Phil Burnell, and my order number is 12345, and I want to cancel it because fuck Nintendo." And then they would just be like, "Okay, Mr. Burnell, I'm going to cancel your order." And then that would probably be it. Or I've seen people say in comment sections, including DSP's comment section, not sure of the current situation, but I've seen a lot of cancellations for the Switch 2 from people that ordered more than one. It's a scalper prevention thing the website detects. Also, just seeing a lot of cancellations due to not having enough stock. Hopefully you resolve this. But in this case, if DSP is to be trusted, which he isn't ever, I wouldn't even trust him with telling me what time of day it is, then he claims that he himself canceled the order. That's what the email said. So I'm really thinking somebody just was like, "Hello, Mr. Amazon. Hello, Mr. Walmart. Can I just cancel my Switch?"
And through basically very basic information, which it must have been because it certainly wasn't anything crazy.
Well, then they didn't social engineer anything because you gave them the information. That's like claiming somebody hack into your account because they knew the password because you gave it to them. You showed it to them.
They got access and canceled my orders.
There was no engineering necessary.
So now I don't have a Switch 2.
And that's very
I was
sad.
going to get 2. I was going to keep one, maybe give one to my wife, maybe have a backup in case the Switch 2 failed at launch because that's what happened with the Switch 1. Maybe eventually do a giveaway.
No, that's not happening. That is not happening. This guy is never going to do a giveaway of a piece of hardware that costs like $500. He's just saying this so he can be like, so some dent, like one individual dent on this planet can go like, "Oh man, it sucks that they messed with fucking Phil's order. He would have given away the Switch to his community that he loves so much.
And now I have nothing.
And now I have nothing." This is my favorite thing. I might as well cut this out as like a sound clip.
Because that's what happened with the Switch 1. Maybe eventually do a giveaway. And now I have nothing. So I want you guys to understand again that when people say that, oh, DSP exaggerates or whatever.
He does exaggerate. That's a statement of fact.
No, they actually do this stuff to me.
And that is also a statement of fact. They do this stuff to you, dude. Imagine being so hateable that people will be lurking for tidbits of information they can use to troll you and make fun of you.
This is why I refuse to
He refuses.
personal details about anything in my life.
Even though he constantly does. Including doing this shit to random people on the internet in fucking Twitter DMs. Trauma dumping and oversharing about his life. And then publicly, personally leaking those DMs. Yeah, Phil, that's great keeping it private like that.
This is why I will not film anywhere in my house. I will not do IRL vlogs.
He just doesn't wanna. Even though I think that's also a good idea, because if he did IRL vlogs, somebody would eventually mess with him, because it's DSP.
Anything that I do that's information, they use to hurt me. So I worked my butt off tonight getting 2 Switch 2s, and now I have nothing because these people screwed me.
Oh no, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Why is it always Phil? Why? He's so nice and never does anything bad or mean or does things to piss somebody off. But you know what's gonna happen. He's gonna sit around all night looking for ways to get a Switch. Eventually he'll find some site from Uzbekistan or Azerbaijan or something like that where he's gonna buy one, or some dent is gonna buy him one or give away theirs to him. Because it's fucking Phil. So he's gonna get a Switch eventually, but it's not gonna be on his terms, which is the funny thing.
I don't even know how they got access to the account. I'm talking to
They
them right now,
didn't.
which is the noise that you're hearing, bling, bling, bling. So here's the deal. Tomorrow, Level 1 podcast and the premiere of
Premiere?
one. I'd appreciate it. If anyone's getting an extra one,
Yeah, if anyone's getting an extra Switch.
buy off of you for the real price.
For the real price, by the way. You can't even sell him the fucking Switch for more than it's worth, even though he's the guy who is in need of it. Like, he has huge demand for this item, and you have the supply, but he gets to determine the price. Yeah, sounds good to me, DSB.
I'd appreciate it, but it
You would appreciate it. Imagine doing something so Phil can appreciate it. Phil's appreciation is worth less than a fruit fly. It's worth less than mold.
looks like at this point, I can't cover the Switch 2 because these people are scumbags who
Oh.
impersonate me and do awful things to me and my family.
Look, of course, disclaimer. I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't encourage people to do things that I wouldn't do, but it's been done, and it's fucking funny. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, like I said. I'm very heartbroken for Phil. I wish he got 5 Switches instead. Walmart should just send him like a big box of Switches.
And this is just another example of that. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
He's so seething. He's so seething. So now, what happens after this is we go keyboard cowboy on Twitter. When people say I over-exaggerate the amount of harassment I receive, I always tell them they're wrong. Someone just broke the law to impersonate me and screw me out of a Switch 2. Here's the story. Here's the thing about breaking the law. It's bad, right? It is bad. But Phil doesn't mind it when he breaks the law and he gets away with it. I don't know if why I should care that somebody broke the law against him and got away with it. Because Phil has committed bankruptcy fraud, he has committed tax fraud, and he completely got away with it, and he got his bankruptcy cleared. So that's kind of hypocritical, Phil. It's kind of hypocritical. But anyways, I left him a quick reply to this post, pretty much saying that exact thing. I said, tax fraud, check. Bankruptcy fraud, check. And this is the tweet that got me blocked by Phil, which is very painful. And then we got another tweet. We got the amount of troll cope. Troll cope, by the way. Troll cope. The people that are laughing and I guess celebrating this happening are actually coping. They're coping. They are seething right now. They are mad because they're laughing, I think. As they, of course, invent conspiracy theories of how I'm responsible for someone committing identity fraud for the 1,000th time in my name. You showed your email with the confirmation, dude. You showed personally identifiable information to the internet. That is your fault. Because if you didn't do that, nobody would do anything to you, like whatsoever. Come on. It's just fair game. That's why you protect your info on the internet. That's just the basics, dude. Like, how is that my fault or anybody else's fault? Of course, the person that went to do this, I don't know if it qualifies or a crime or whatever, is fucking scummy, but it's hilarious as fuck. Anyways, I will explain the entire situation on tomorrow's podcast, and hopefully we can come up with a solution. What do you mean we can come up with a solution? What does that even mean? He's gonna sit there and flail and yell at people and ask them if they can gift him a Switch or sell him a Switch for the retail price that they're gonna get nothing out of. So basically, I'm gonna order myself a Switch and then I'm gonna give it away to Phil because I feel bad for him. That's basically what he wants to do. Or for somebody to tell him some Nigerian website where he can order a Nintendo Switch 2 as well. So yeah, this is it. This was pretty much the story. I guess on today's level 66666 podcast, you're going to find out why DSP is so salty. Does it have anything to do with him showing personally identifiable information that could be used against him? Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and make a bold statement about this. So anyways, I'll see you around. Soon I'm going to get back to streaming more regularly, and I'm also going to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube because I got people following me on Twitch, so why not just put out some stuff for them? So go follow on Twitch if you like using that platform, or do whatever you want. Buy yourself a Switch, and don't give anybody your order number. Peace out, and keep it flat, and yong out, and bye-bye.